my god. I thought I needed to reply to news in regards to Deme, the virtual YouTuber. Okay? So, Deme's full screen name is Demenishki. Demenishki. I was subscribed to her for a while, but recently, very, very recently, because of what happened to her, because of the mess she's made, I had to unsubscribe. Why? First, is it happening? Something happened in social media that caused a lot of her fans to start just crashing out. The argument of her at first, the entire subject started with her not liking that she has not safe for work content on her art tags. Okay? No, maybe okay, I haven't seen the entire tweet exactly, but I think this entire thing. Hold on. I think this entire thing is about Deme not liking NSFW art of her in general, even if it's not within her art tag. Basically, it's just everywhere. She hates that. Here's where things got a little messy. Actually, the reaction of people when it comes to her disliking her not safe for work art of her, not liking NSFW art of her. Okay, this is the response she's got. Anime commentator and creator Chibi Reviews replied, calling her out for virtue signaling. He pointed out that she frequently reposts suggestive and lewd art of her character. So what right does she to actually tell everyone else, yes, I actually agree with him? What kind of statement is she putting out of her not liking, not safe for work content of her if she's actually reposting suggestive and lewd art of herself? What kind of thinking is that? Before she actually makes a bold statement, she has to look at what she's publicly posted or what she publicly said, because if her statement brings out problems, people can dispute it with her own statements, with her own answers, opinions, everything. Basically, it makes her a hypocrite at this point. But this is where it gets absolutely messy. Chibi Reviews pointed out that she frequently reposts suggestive and lewd art when she forbids not safe for work art of herself in general, right? The escalation started when she responds by mocking him, Chibi Reviews, regarding a painful public event from his past, specifically targeting the fact that he was cheated on by his ex-partner. That crossed the line. Privacy was requested in regards to his past. She has also requested privacy from her past, and she brings this up? This is a point in which I have to stop reacting in regards to this drama. I was supposed to react to this drama, but as soon as I find the context of her bullshit, I unsubscribe immediately. But I'm going to make sure that I keep going with this entirely, because after she had done this, after she had brought up his past, when she is supposedly making sure that her privacy is kept in respect, because I think it was traumatic what happened to her in the past, the internet did not like what she did. I think, considering what she had said, she's already a hypocrite, and then she crossed a line in which she revealed something that was supposedly private. Basically, that crossed a line too far. The community immediately criticized Deme for using personal trauma as a gotcha tool. Yeah, which I think she should not have done. Critics found her response deeply hypocritical, given that she has previously asked for privacy and grace regarding her own past personal relationships. Now, following the initial social media argument, Deme's handling of the situation has driven further negative attention. Deme posted that she regretted speaking without thinking, but simultaneously noted that she doesn't care about Chibi. No. You don't get to say that you don't care about him, and you're also apologizing. Bro, oh my goodness. This is not how you deal with responses without crossing lines. You crossed a line too far, and you thought you were just gonna crawl yourself out of it. This is the price of fame. Basically, this is the price of fame and getting a lot of connections online, especially when you're actually keeping your reputation. Okay, it gets really sensitive when it comes to issues about you, but don't bring that up. Don't bring something parallel to what you're requesting as privacy. Don't actually request that. You'd want your own private. You want your own part of your privacy to be known, to actually make a certain partially okay argument against Chibi Reviews. But don't do that if you're actually requesting your own privacy. The hypocrisy has been magnified just because she yapped out of line. Yes, she yapped out of line. You can yap all you want. Anyone can yap all they want, but they yap out of line, that's where it becomes a mess. Now, Chibi Reviews shared that while Deme sent him a private apology on X, she simultaneously went to her public Discord server to state that her public apology was never actually meant for him. Oh my god, Deme! What the literal hell are you? Oh my god. But this turned ugly in an instant. That's what you wanted to say? It wasn't meant for him? No. That's so ugly. You have every right to fucking apologize. You requested your own privacy? He's keeping that information that you gave out as private, and you just public statements. Be very careful of public statements, Deme. Oh my god. This is why you've got to be very careful with social media at any freaking time. You've got to be very careful with social media every freaking time that you want to actually say something. You've got to weigh your own statements that you've made in the past before you add some more public statements, like replying to one public statement that one has said about you. This is why you've got to be very careful in social media, okay? Because people can call out your hypocrisy very, very quickly, especially if you've got a lot of connections around you. Now, amid the internet digging caused by the drama, an old stream clip resurfaced out of context. Critics accused her of engaging in sexual acts while live on stream. Deme and her defenders strongly denied this, explaining that she has a physical condition. Basically, it's a shortcut of EDS, which causes physical stimming / model bouncing, and that she was simply playing up a joke for her chat during a tiring subathon stream. I like it when she's in a hustle, when she actually is in a hustle and she has a good hustle with it, and even if she's actually doing that even while she has a physical condition, okay? But the allegations that she's had were probably because of the old relationships that she's trying to just get away from, which I really am just hoping that she's just getting a handle of. But considering the kind of context that she was showing recently when it comes to her own social media replies, just tells me that maybe she may have a lapse of judgment. She may have had a lapse of judgment right there in regards to replying to public statements. She should not have shown her hypocrisy. Unfortunately, I'm not with Deme on this one. And I'm not for the drama on this one, but this one is very, very disappointing to actually hear from her. Now, online commentary channels and communities like r/VTuber Drama have heavily criticized her behavior, framing it as a mean girl crash out. And users have begun flooding her comments sections with negative ratios, looking for older stream clips to criticize, and mocking her explanations regarding her private life. While she maintains her core fanbase, her standing among the broader indie VTuber community has taken a significant hit due to how she weaponized another creator's trauma. Now, first off, I know that I had to actually get quite the clarity to check if this escalation was really done by reply tweet. Apparently it is. She frequently reposts spicy art of herself, and she dislikes NSFW art of herself. That does not add up. That never adds up. And that's behavior of hypocrisy right there. If she doesn't like not safe for work art of herself, why does she repost spicy art of herself if she doesn't like them? Spicy to lewd, okay? It's considered not safe for work, and yet she reposts it. Never a good look. And then she actually had to make that actual escalation against him, which brought down the hammer of the court of public opinion against her. All this happened out in the open, in the comment threads. Thousands of users saw the replies in real time, leading to immediate public backlash and community callouts. Yeah. And then she doubled down, made multiple follow-up tweets calling Chibi a piece of shit, and trying to justify her reaction, which only caused the Twitter thread to gain more traction and draw in commentary channels. Oh wow, she's really lost control of this. Oh my god, she's lost control of it. Deme, what have you done to yourself? Yeah, Deme has frequently asked her audience to respect her boundaries and stay out of her private life, especially regarding past relationships. Bringing up Chibi's painful personal history after demanding privacy for her own was widely seen as hypocritical. Community members pointed out that an extra layer to the bad sport move. The rumor that Deme used as a gotcha wasn't even true. Chibi had previously clarified that his ex-partner did not cheat on him, meaning Deme weaponized a false, hurtful internet rumor just to win a Twitter argument. That's a double whammy. The backlash is gonna get worse. Because she went out of her way to inflict personal emotional damage over a disagreement about fan art, critics and former fans alike labeled her behavior as malicious and unprovoked. By taking a low blow rather than addressing the critique of her art policy, she completely shifted the narrative. The conversation stopped being about her NSFW art boundaries and became entirely about her character and conduct, costing her a massive amount of community respect. This is her fault. Unfortunately, this is entirely her fault, and she actually propped this up on her own. And unfortunately, considering she hasn't actually examined her own public life, this is unfortunately something that is entirely on her. I'm sorry. I've unsubscribed from her YouTube channel as a result of this. You know, I'm glad that her YouTube career isn't exactly entirely affected yet, but if she doesn't want to see a downfall of her own career, I'm sure at this point she should be advised, and maybe if she hasn't been given that advice, I'd have to give you this advice myself. Don't say anything that is going to ruin your reputation. Always examine your public stancing about everything that you have. Look at what you've been doing. Remind yourself how you've been conducting yourself before you make any public statement. Being a content creator, being a streamer requires you not only to have an open mind, but it requires you to absolutely be careful about what you say at any time. At this point, you are a public figure. You are a content creator as well. Take responsibility more than just giving simple apologies. Be sincere about it, and hopefully, this kind of incident does not happen to you. Hopefully, they don't happen to you. You've shown your hypocrisy once when it comes to lewd art about yourself by actually posting spicy art about yourself, which is more or less equivalent to lewd. And then you want to actually have others any not safe for work content about you? Second, you asked for privacy in regards to your personal relationships at your wish that you don't want them to be out in the open and use the same thing as a gotcha tool to tell someone else, a critic of what you were actually discussing earlier, revealing a part of his life that should not have been made public against his wishes to always have them private. Hopefully you manage this because you are better than this. And if you actually find assistance in actually handling this thing, that's good for you, because you got to be more than sincere. Show enough that you're genuine, and just maybe all of this will die down. Nakakahiya ka. Nakakahiya yung sinasabi mo. Kung may pinag-uusapan kayo, especially pagka nag-uusap kayo in public, maging patas kayo. Be level-headed and always check kung natatalo ka sa isang narrative. Please. If you're already caught in one narrative, don't be a bad sport. This debate is not even a live debate. This is Twitter, for fuck's sake. Oh my god. I don't want to even fucking watch a content deme, okay? This is the point where I will change a part of my advice to deme, and it's very important I do so. Demi, as much as I need to tell you to change instantly, you're not exactly keen in doing so quickly. No one is quick in changing themselves, and that really takes time. Adapting is the first thing that must be done. So I'll change up what I actually mean for everyone watching this video. For everyone watching, whether you agree or disagree with Demi's boundaries regarding NSFW art is a whole separate discussion. The bigger issue is how the conversation even escalated in the first place. Once personal attacks came to play, the debate stopped being about fan art boundaries and became a debate about professionalism, consistency, and accountability. Demi, once you cross a line in a conversation by leveraging yourself in the most inappropriate way possible, and people find out easily because it's a public statement, many people will see it as crossing a line, regardless of which side they were on originally. So I leave with this advice for you. Give time for a response. Before you make a public response, not doing so is considered reckless. And if the response is considered leverage over your own opponent due to underhanded tactics that takes things personal, this can undermine your entire argument, regardless of how valid your original position may have been, given it's social media you're posting into and is a place where there are public spaces. Please be extremely considerate. There's a reason that some social media is full of toxic and heated discussion. And the last thing you need, Miss Demonishki, is a scandal or a negative reputational hit due to personal hits against anyone in social media, most especially those who have their privacy in check. Let the world follow you on your own pace and avoid getting lured by emotion in every discussion. Debates and discussions are good, but once you're baited into a tactic that's underhanded or tempting and you get called out for it, it will snowball and turn on you, and the damage will depend on the holes you left on your own statement. Finish the conversation, but as much as possible, please don't finish it by being dirty. So hopefully others understand my view. Always expect some sort of reaction to everything you do, or everything you don't do. A natural part of life, ladies and gents.